man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Family, I drove all day yesterday. So I'm kind of off. I still gotta go get my daughters. I've been looking at the news, trying to make sure that the world ain't totally changed while I was in the vehicle. You know how it is. You know how the world can shift on you in a matter of moments. It only takes a second. Next thing you know, the whole world is not the way you left it. You know what I'm saying? I like shit being kind of the way I left it. I don't want to be surprised by no bullshit. I just want to make sure that everything is the way that I left it. And I am almost satisfied. There's a few things out of place, but we'll take care of that right now today on our Toast and Talk. Got a few things we need to talk about. But of course, we got to handle our business first. And we have to do as we usually do. We got to toast these ancestors, celebrate from whom we come. Right? Celebrate those ancestors. Now, of course, y'all know that the lines are open because it is Toast and Talk. And I will be dropping that information for you. Also, I am also experimenting with this new thing that I found yesterday on Facebook. So I can stream, not only can I stream through Gye-Nyame Journey, I can stream through some of my other pages at the same time. And I was like, I think I dig that. I can dig that, right? So we about to get it popping. Yeah, here we go. Let me go and click on it and do some experiments again. Pin at the top, a page, edit post, change date, create post, see more, hide from timeline, delete from page. We want to see more, embed, turn on a start watch party, hide from time. That's none of the stuff that I saw yesterday. Hold on. Don't want to start a watch party. Hold on. I don't want to pin it to the top of the page. Pin it, edit post. There we go. Edit post. Let's check it out. See what happens. Alright. So as I learn, we learn. So now when you click edit post on a live stream, what pops up is event logs, the resolution, all that stuff pop up, and you can see all of the comments. But then on the right hand side, right up in the corner, you'll see the name of your stream, right? And you click again and it says edit post, create polls, see video insights. So and I clicked something yesterday. Let me try edit post. I clicked edit post yesterday. And it would allow me to change the text. I can add tags and I can't do this on when I'm setting it up. So I can add tags like GNJ Media. Maybe I don't know. Would it have to be okay? Alright, cool. I ain't gonna do that. Engage settings. I could on settings, cross posting. Now check this out, family. So on this whole cross posting thing, right? I could go and turn on all my pages, or I could stream on 21 Dangoozle Salba Challenge and Folk Tales for Grown Folks. I said, well, jump in Jehoshaphat's, right? Boom, save. So I'm saving that. So I'm going to go back to that. Let's go and experiment with that a little bit more, because I said, as I learn, you learn. So check this out. Also on here, you got engage your audience. Let's look at that real quick. Create polls or trivia question to ask your audience during your live video. Who knew? Who knew you could do this shit, right? So I could create a poll, right? I could create a poll. So I could ask a question. I just want to see what type of question. I could ask a question, a simple question. I could have answers, 2 answers. Let's see if I can have more than 2 answers. Oh, they won't let me have add a question. But then it got options. I can ask a question with up to 4 answers. Family, we just moved to the whole next level of the game, right? I didn't even know I could do this, right? And I see some of y'all, because I got to go back to my restream. I see some of y'all up in here. I got some comments. But I don't know. I didn't know I could do all that just on Facebook. So I'm going to think of some poll questions. If anybody out there got any poll questions that they want to put out there, because during our shows we can start throwing up polls. I need some of my other administrators to learn how to do this. So we're going to have, because there's a lot of training we got to have, because I got this software for the newsletter that I want to make sure that everybody know how to use. I mean, at least those that need to know how, but everybody can. So if something happened, anybody can jump up in there. We need to learn how to use this, right? Learn how to use Restreamio and also learn how to use Hootsuite. So family, I want to first thank you for joining us and let you know that you are now in the place of the congregation of the mighty, right? The stubborn minority, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Man, this is a Heart of a Simba production. A Heart of a Simba production, right? And this is the Daily Toast and the Toast and Talk. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. This was kind of slow there. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Now get your glass for that water. Get your container of that water. Lift that container of that water. Pour your water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. To stay healthy, breathe, drink, eat culturally appropriate, and move. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Lift your glass. Take a breath. Toast your ancestors, family. Just drink your water. We gotta drink our water, stay healthy, family. We can't really be toasting our ancestors, celebrating our ancestors if we're out of shape, if we are unhealthy. We need to constantly be moving towards health and wealth. Health is the new wealth. So, I want to welcome everybody that's taking the time to come in. I don't see no comments coming in as of yet. But also, I'm just checking out this screen, and are there any polls? Let me think about it. Hold on as we go through some of this. Well, first, let's do the toast, and then let's start having some fun here, all right? I'm going to experiment with this. We're going to engage the audience a little bit, ask some questions. Cuz y'all know I have to know certain things. I have to be on top of stuff. So, all right, let me see which one we going to do. The mango is gone. The mango is gone. Well, let me do this one. We're going to do this one. We got oh, man. All right. Got a Simba camp coming up, so I'm going to have to go and get me a gallon together so that we can take it up to Simba. Ooh, I like how this one is pouring. Look at that. Look at that. I better start brewing. I better start fermenting today and get me some stuff together because the month is moving fast, and I still have to finish the newsletter because, like I said, I've been it's been kind of hard because, like I said, with the trying to get these videos done for a project that I'm working on and trying to upload it at home wasn't working, so I had to go on and make some adjustments, and but it is what it is. So first, family, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass, we salute that Creator, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on and we toast our illustrious ancestors. We call on our ancestors to protect and guide us, shield us. Not to make the way totally smooth because we get lessons by having to go through some stuff. But at least knocking some shit out the way, right? We accept help, right? Especially in these times, these times that we're about to go into these reparation battles, right? So, Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Tex, Andy Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Sepet Ma'ara, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamau, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Bro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley, and the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Ree Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Ree McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kill Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark. Ooh. How do I do that? Let me go back. Nana Loretta Clark, that's what we left off on. I haven't forgot. Leave this page. All right. I want to go back there. Congratulations. I don't know if they got married yet. All right. Let's see. Shouts out to King Thunder. I see you out there, my brother. Cameron Peak says, I am gay. Does that make me evil? Well, you asking that question makes you evil. Let's just put that. I mean, why would you even ask that, my friend? Go to somebody else's timeline with that foolishness. You should never have to ask anybody, does your choice of life make you evil? Come on, man. Oh, my God. Any of my family out there that got administration points up there, start blocking bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Because that we can't have some of this madness on the page. We're gonna leave this. Let me get back to. That totally threw me off. That totally threw me off, family. Y'all got to get on. Y'all got to get on your jobs, family. Y'all watch my back. I'm sitting up here trying to figure out something real quick because it's important. Because I want to learn how to pin the video up top, or at least have somebody that has administration abilities to pin what we do on the top of the screen, so that it can stay up there, and then all the conversations could be caught. I ain't got to worry about it rolling all the way down. So we stopped at Nana Loretta Clark. All right, let's do this. All right, there we go. Come on. Pin to top of page. Wow. Okay. Nana Loretta Clark. Inez McCrae. Fritz Clark. Frankie Justice. Katie Justice. Derek Rendelman. We got a little bit of time today. I just got to go pick up my daughters. All right, so I pinned it up to the top. Now let's see what else we could do. Change date, create post with this video. What is that? Create post with this video. What is that? What is that? Oh, family, listen. Y'all got to help me with this. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my God. All right, I'm just amazed with the stuff that you learn. So, let's do this. I'm going to go to edit, post. All right. Oh my God. Miss Navita. You know, like I said, we can start putting people out. Y'all, hopefully y'all know how to do it, because some of this was ridiculous, man. All right. So, let me go one more click, family, and we're going to get back into reading our ancestors. Create a poll. Maybe Mr. Peak wanted me to ask a question on the poll, but I'm not asking that on the poll. Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend Jane Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Augusta Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Out of Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Eric Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keishla Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jerrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, May Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilymon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Paris, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFritis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ada Catney, Dennis Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenball, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lily Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath, Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashad Easley, Javed McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Corporate, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Andy Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, and on to the Black Book. We hit Joy LaJow, James Carswell, the better Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joey, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McKerrow, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacy Trice, Denisa Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Isin, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, and Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambo, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III. We lift up our glass to all of our ancestors that were called, and we got some new people up on the line. If you have ancestors, hopefully we can celebrate those with y'all soon too. Family, the ancestor list will be growing pretty soon. So, I want to apologize in advance because y'all gonna hear a lot more names. We already got a lot, so the whole show might be names in the morning, and then we want to go on and move on about our lives, right? But we lift up our glass and we salute all those ancestors, and we say Ashe. From there, we move to the present moment. Right now, in the present moment, family, we are on Imani. Right? I got it right this morning. We are on Imani. We're going to activate those reticular formations. We want to find Imani out there. All right? Faith, for those that don't speak the language, Imani means faith. And the demonic principle of the day is harmony. The M7 of the day is trust. The color is red, as you see. Gender is the Hermetic law of the day. Male name is Quasi. Female name, Akosua. So I think sometime this summer we're going to have to go and break down these names again so that people can find what day is your day. Like I said, if you only got one day a week to toast, it's best to toast on your day. I toast all the days. But if you can't make every day, it's best to know which day is yours. Our ancestors categorized personalities. They were so cold with it that they came up with methods to identify personalities for each day you was born. We ain't need a whole month. We got it for the days. So family, what day team are you on? I'm Day Cool Chagalia, right? But hey, we on Imani right now. So we want to give all those Imani born out there, give you a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Come on now. Come on. Y'all deserve it. We celebrating all those Quasis and all those Akusuas out there. Shouts out to you. Celebrations. Because it is your day. All right. So we celebrate this moment. We toast this moment. We lift up our glass because in this moment is our power. In this moment is where we make change. We can't change the past. You know what I'm saying? But we can determine the future by what we do today. If we're handling the business, more than likely it's going to be a good future. Always some, you know what I'm saying, some shit out there is unpredictable. But in most cases, if we're handling our business, if we're mastering the moment, the future will be good. And it is our job in the present moment to take care of this present, knock down all the obstacles so that our children can build their monuments to greatness. That's our responsibility. So your life is bigger than your life. You understand what I'm saying? Your life is bigger than your life. Right? It's bigger than you and the houses and the cars and the shit that you can get for you. It's also there so that you can establish something for the future generations. And the question each of us have to get up and wrestle with, or at least we should, is am I doing something to leave something for those that's coming after me? Am I clearing the way for them? So we lift up our glass for those future in this moment now. And we lift it up and we say Ashe. From there we move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity, family. We toast because we know we have always been here. And you know what? We'll always be here. Right? So we lift up our glass to salute those children that are yet to be. Some of the children that's here right now. We lift up and we toast them and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations and we toast all of our relations. Good and bad. We toast them all. Right? We toast them all. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? This is your moment right here, your selfish moment. What is it that you need, family? I lift up my glass for you. What is it that you need? Huh? In this moment to make you great. Right? What do you mean? Ashe. From there, family, we move on. I salute the most magnificent, great, beautiful, uplifting, wise, and intelligent, brave, the bravest individual, the bravest soul in this room right now. I lift my glass up to you. I salute each and every last one of you, and I thank you for having the time to come and spend with me, and I hope that I bring some value to your life. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy. Now it's time to talk. Lines are open. Hopefully y'all can see the text. I'm going to post this up. Call-in lines are open. 614-556-4535. And send a text number out to the family out there on Spreaker. Let's go. Call-in lines open. 614-556-4535. I will jump the conversation off because I had to go through the news. That's what because I got up maybe an hour ago and I was trying to get some of the news and stuff together because, like I said, I wanted to make sure that the world was still together. So there was a few things that I wanted to hit while we was on here. And I'm quite sure I'm going to be able to pull a poll up out of here. Navita. We got Sister Kim in the house. We got Brother Shaka in the house. Somebody help that dude Cameron Peak. I don't know what's going on. But hopefully he alright. So, let's see. Alright, so here we go. So, on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline this morning, I posted up. There is schools. There's schools, and we always ahead of the curve, goddammit. Listen, there's schools that are doing hydroponic gardening in New York, and they was on NPR. And they are, in a sense, doing food justice and fighting a food desert in their community. And we're doing that, right? But, because they doing hydroponics, right? We're a step above that. We're doing aeroponics with the urban gyms. And the one thing I put out there, family, is that in order for us to make this program successful and something that can really support our kids, we would need about 50 people to, like, say, look, all right, I'm going to pledge, I'm going to buy every other week. I'm going to buy some greens from these young people. I'm just saying, if we want to make it, we want to get it to a massive level, because when they have to produce for something like that, that means that we're going to have to increase production. That means we're going to have to get some young people serious. Now, because I know, and then it's like, if we get 100 people, that means that you only have to pledge once a month. You know what I'm saying? But we have to go and start making sure that there's a large enough group that's getting it, because we got all these towers working. We got all these outside gardens working. We got all this stuff working. So we need to make sure that we're not just wasting food. We're not just wasting time. All right. So I'm just throwing that out there. Now, also on the timeline, and I love this here. So there's a documentary called Serengeti. I think it's called Serengeti. And I got to see a lion get punked. I love that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you be having all these people come on talking about how cold the lion is. I mean, the hunting lion is the whole crux of their motivational shit. And I love to see the lion get, because I love to see the lion get chased off. This lion got punked by a warthog, right? But the major lesson in there is that in all species, you got a large percent of them that don't really want to fight. And this is one of the things that we have to really understand, is a large percent of people, or a large percentage of lions, they really don't want to fight. They just want to win. This lion was counting on the fact of it being a lion and it stepping into the ring, that this warthog was just supposed to be scared and jump and run, and this warthog turned around and said, come on. You just got to see it. You got to see it. And the lion did not know what to do with it, because the lion was used to winning. It was used to having more than one person or more than one lion hunting with it. And because this warthog reacted like, it's just you. What's up? Let's do it. I don't want to fight, but I will fight. Some of that'll sound familiar to some of the young people I work with on as far as with Gye-Nyame, right? And some of our warrior trainers, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to fight, but come on. Right? And fam, we got to understand that, we can't just, a lot of times some of us just want to walk in the room and just want the victory to be handed to us. No, hell, if we coming to the battlefield, right? If we're coming to the battlefield, we got to come full out. Or we going to get done like that lion got done by a warthog in front of her babies. Because the dude, the commentator was like, this is an opportunity for her to teach her youngins how it's done. And she ran up on this warthog, and that motherfucker turned around and looked her dead in her eye like, bring it. Bring it. She would. And some of y'all been fortunate enough to get that look out of somebody. Well, they was just expecting you to lay down, and you turn around and you brought it, and you got to see that look of surprise and stun in their eyes. You know how good. Those of you that experience, you know how good that feels, right? Oh, you don't have to like to fight. You don't want to fight. You could just be, you eat on the grass and stuff. You're not taking anything's life for your survival. But every now and then, one of those predators want to run up on you, and they don't know what they ran up on. And there's no better feeling than handing the predator his ass. You know what I'm saying? And point to where the door is. I'm gonna give you opportunity, because you come any closer, I'm going to rip a hole in your ass. So from both angles, family, we got to learn how to look at this stuff. So it's a very entertaining video. You know, go and check it out. If you have comments about it, you want to talk about it, it's cool. All right, let's get down to some of the other news. All right. So Disney is a guy, I think it's in the New York Post. Oh, hold on, let me tell you this video, what they ain't got where the video is from. But the first story I told y'all about, the hydroponics, is npr.org. I'm just saying we do aeroponics, whole nother level. I mean, don't get hydroponics is cool, but we doing air. Y'all don't got to don't take it wrong. We're not bragging or not. But we do aeroponics. Vertical towers, you know. Oh, maybe you don't know, right? You know, you get our greens clean. You understand what I'm saying? Clean. Right? You could wash them, but our greens is clean, right? And I'm saying family, you know, you need greens in your life. Kale, we got different types of kale, different types of collards, we got some mustards, we got some chard, you know what I'm saying? Got all types of stuff popping off. In the garden or aeroponically. This time of year is your choice. During the wintertime, we got to pump in all year round. Like I said, all we need is from the family. Right? When y'all see Cleve, y'all see Tykees, right? We're gonna get them order slips together so that they can start getting the orders. And we going to start really building this up. Because really, family, what we have here is a true enterprise that can really help us. You get health, young men and young women get jobs. You get healthy. I mean, how can you get a full belly and eat good and are healthy, and through purchasing it, young people get jobs? How can you? Anime, I can't get no thunder on that. It's a win-win. I want to be so cold with it. The elders fighting in Kroger because they caught one of their friends buying some Kroger greens. How the fuck you gonna be buying Kroger greens when little Johnny got some? Girl, you better put them greens down. Ain't nothing like it when you get the elders on your team, family. I'm just trying to let you know. I'm just trying to let y'all know. Ain't nothing like it when you get the elders on there. How you doing, Miss Kim? You still in Senegal? Miss Regina said, dang, I need greens right now. I hate that I got to go to the store and get more. How can I get greens outside of the market? Have you told us before? No, ma'am. I haven't told you before. But there is an order slip. And I'm going to help them advance the order slip. And we're going to find a way to get the word. Well, we're going to get the word out through the newsletter. Right? Maybe not this month, but the list that I have for when I'm texting people about the show, I'm going to send out an order list on there so that we can start getting and making people aware of the fact, because you don't have to wait to the market day to get the greens. I want to make that clear. Now, that would be optimal, but you don't have to wait for the market day to get the greens, because the urban gyms hit a clave. Man, them white mouse out there attacking our stuff, man. I thought them damn things was butterflies, man. We got a gang of white moths that just keep coming and just eating up my goddamn greens. Go kill them, man. Get them. How do you keep them goddamn warm? I mean, they work. I mean, it's... But yeah, you don't have to, you don't have to,
It flew away right when
no, it's back. You turned your back. It's, get them. We got a white moth game around here that just, they just be harassing our garden, man. But anyway, but you don't have to wait till the market day, even though that would be optimal. But urban gyms hit different markets, as well as, remember, we do have a school, so we are able to, in a sense, I will be able to set up a space where if you order your greens, because the urban gyms crew is in the school on a regular basis, we can start fulfilling orders tomorrow. It's just a matter of the organization, right? Boom. Because like I said, if I got 10 to 15 people to say that they want a certain amount of greens every 2 weeks, Urban Gyms is going to make it happen. Because we got all those towers in our school, and there's towers all over the city. And the goal is, because, you know, I'm kind of jealous. You know, some people call me hater. Rather than how I tell them, they be like, hater. Hate them. Right? Because at this school, they got a whole classroom that's dedicated to them doing this. And they're able to provide greens for their whole school. And you know.
Smallest one came out first.
Oh, let me see that.
Smallest tomato plant made the first tomato.
Oh, the smallest, so our tomato plant created, but these are outside. So Cleve just wanted to show. These some nice firm tomatoes. You gonna eat them or what? What you gonna do with them?
You want?
Yeah, go and wash those off.
Okay.
But anyway, you know they got a whole classroom, and you know I'm jealous. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yo, but you know, you need all that room to do hydroponics. Not hating, but to do hydroponics, you need a lot of space. You know, aeroponics. You know, and with aeroponics, if we was to fill up a room, huh?
Just put them in the stew?
No, don't put them in the. Yeah, throw them in the stew. But yeah, you know, if we was to fill up one of our classrooms at the school with aeroponics, family, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to do some. I gotta do some projections, some questions about that, because we might be able to supply about 300-400 families. I'm just saying, because that's the way the towers are made, and they grow vertically and as fast as the food grow. I don't know. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot. You know. But anyway, not hating on the aquaponics. You know, hydroponics. You know, it's important. I'm gonna have to get up off here because my sister calling me. Obviously, usually they be on Facebook. They see me on, and then people want to call. I don't dig that. That's not cool. All right. So, an example of the power of ownership. Now, this is cold-blooded. But I don't know why. I just told her I was about to do my show. I can't stand that shit. Disney denies dad request to put Spider-Man on 4-year-old son's grave. New York Post. That's New York Post. It's in the New York Post today. The power of ownership. When you own something, you get to determine how it's used, when it's used, and why it's used. Now, you might not agree with them not allowing this man to put Spider-Man on the grave, but this puts across the idea of ownership. Spider-Man is a property of Disney. Story created by Stan Lee. I can't remember who else. It was somebody else that we all grew up on. People love Spider-Man. Grown folks argue about Spider-Man. right? Origins, you know what I'm saying? You make a mistake in a movie and people is trying to crucify you, you know what I'm saying? And the guy says, my son loved Spider-Man and I just would love to etch his image into his gravesite, and Disney said no. Don't have any beef with Disney. Don't have any beef with the father. There's an argument between them. But what I want to illustrate for us as family is the idea of ownership. Now, Disney owns the idea of Spider-Man. Family, let me ask you a question. Who owns the idea of our story? Who controls the rights of our story and how it's told? Because I'm about to get into something else, right? Because one, I need to stress the fact that I'm one that I'm constantly, and I have been constantly talking about us learning to establish boundaries and borders. When it comes to birthday cakes, you can use Spider-Man. When it comes to grave sites, you cannot use Spider-Man. Why? Because the owners have deemed it as such. They decide where and how and why their story is told. And it's about damn time that we begin doing the same thing. I seen an article the other day, and I shared it with y'all, where Cortez, she compared what was going on down south of the border, even though she represents New York. She's down at the border. She compares it to a concentration camp. A Jewish gentleman says, that's our story. They have to get their own story. I mean, basically, this is what he said. No, you can't use my shit and compare it to anything else out here. You can't use my people suffering, and he's not wrong for that shit. And the issue that we got to come to terms with is that we have a story, we have a suffering here, and anybody can attach their ideas and their shit to our struggle, and that shit is not okay. And we need to stop it because right now, family, what we're going to be running into real soon, right, is the fact that because we're asking for something, other people are going to start asking for stuff, and they're going to start using our struggle and what we have been through in America to compare and to hatch their wagon to our star. And we're going to have to be those mean, angry individuals and be like, hell no. We're going to have to be like Disney to this man who just want to bury his child up under a tombstone with his favorite hero. Disney don't care if the boy spent his last couple of hours suffering in pain, only comforted by Spider-Man cartoons. They don't care if this boy slept in his bed as he was passing away, possibly with Spider-Man comic books. They don't care that this little boy may have even died with a Spider-Man pajama suit on. It's their story, and you must respect it. Or we'll come and we'll dig that goddamn monument up out the ground and sue you for everything that you have. Who protecting our story like that? Who's standing up for our story like that? Because in many ways, we have allowed other people to gain steps from our ancestors' suffering. And we need to stop that right away. Because I'm going to the next story in a second. I just want ownership. Borders. No one will respect what's yours more than you, nor should they. You say, hey, down south is like a concentration camp. Hold on. Got a Nobel Prize winner saying, bitch, stop. Hold on. Pump your brakes. That shit is unacceptable. Right?
This call is being recorded.
We got someone on the line. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I want to listen to see what your next story is and see if I want to
We got
add some commentary to that.
We got some picky callers on Gye-Nyame Journey.
Because I was going to talk about something I heard on Kahari today, actually.
Hold on. So, school's still struggling with how to teach about slavery. Now, this is the next story that I have for y'all. Getting on this, family, because now check this out. I make the statement. Where's our national organization that license or train schools on how to teach about slavery? This organization should have sanctioning power over books to be read as well. We should not let others decide how to tell our story. No one will respect your stuff more than you, nor should they. I'm just saying, because you can't just talk about the Holocaust. I'm just throwing it out there. Who's in charge of our story? Or can anybody tell our story? Can anybody say, well, I'm not really going to talk about slavery. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a obstacle course to show the difficulties of escaping slavery. And that's our segment on slavery. We're going to hold an auction, and that's our discussion about slavery. Or is there a certain way that we, as a group, decide it should be taught? Family, this is what I'm saying. We need... Go ahead.
When it comes to who tells our story, I haven't put a lot of thought into the who, but with just off the top of my head, I would say that as long as the story is told accurate, I don't mind them telling our story like in school, because if we are going to their public schools, we're going to have their teachers, then they're going to teach our children just be accurate.
Who determines the accuracy? How is that?
I think the accuracy, well, I don't know.
See?
I think accuracy, don't you know if something's accurate or not, or no?
No. See, you only, as children and as most adults, we only know what people tell us. I mean, think about how many, me and you just had a conversation about motherfuckers talking about slavery never happened. They actually believe this shit.
Right.
This is accurate. As far as they're concerned, this is accurate.
Accuracy, though, this is the thing. It has to, certain things have to fall in line. Like, for example, for a person to tell me, because most people can present studies and material for both sides of that story. However, if you try to tell me that Africans were never transported here to this country to be enslaved, then you would have to explain to me the letters of enslaved Africans speaking of their journeys, because that does exist.
See, but now what you're not really talking about, well, all right, I hear you. Because it's...
you can't just give me a statistic or a something, or rather, and then I find too many things that contradict that.
But what I'm saying is...
So the accuracy has to be backed up in more than just one. I guess more than one source can back up the accuracy.
Right. So now, that's you as an individual. But how do we get, on a national level, accuracy, or at least a unified structure that is out there that makes sure that what's being taught is similar enough in all the schools and able to touch young people on the level that they are at?
I guess we would just pick, I guess, just like how they pick in public school, they pick which books, which writers, and whatever they are going to use to tell their story, their sciences, or what have you. Then we could pick who we want. If we want to use books or that were written by, Chancellor Williams or Dr. Clark, whomever, we could pick what we feel, because it's, like I said, it's our story, even though, I think when you're in the public school system, I don't know if you can get that arranged.
Yeah, but hold on. Other people and other groups get it arranged. It is very possible, because the very way that slavery is being talked about right now is being determined by a group that is not us. All I'm saying is we need to go on and start formulating that, because what start to happen is you start having these sanctioning bodies. Like, for example, many of us have to, in order to do some of the jobs that we do, we have to be certified by others. And I'm saying, as far as our story, the sanctioning body needs to come from us, and it don't need to come from other people. You understand? See, because what happened is, this is what happens. Dr. such and such will set up this a sanctioning body. Of course, you have to go to certain universities in order to get this, and these universities are controlled by certain individuals, and we know none of these motherfuckers working for our benefit necessarily. And not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, we have to start coming up with methods of being able to, in a sense, set our boundaries and know who's really working for us, who's really on the team, so that we can then start determining. Because, like, for example, it was a small group that basically retaught the whole history of the Civil War, and it was it was a group of women, daughters. I think it was called Daughters of the South, or Daughters of the Civil War. They changed how the whole Civil War story was told all over the country. They determined that.
Well, then, I thought whoever, the people could teach it, but you're saying where they get their source from is what we need to determine.
We got to totally control that.
Source comes from.
We got to be in total control of that. You understand what I'm saying? We got, because think about the business that go into that. Imagine either a digital curriculum or an actual book that's being produced that goes into every school in the country that's dealing, because every year they got to deal with slavery.
Right.
Think about the body.
At least in February.
At least in February. But we talking about social studies, and we're talking about being able to fund money to boom. There's other aspects of the classroom that could talk about real American history. You understand what I'm saying? Taking American history a little bit deeper. Is many ways in which you could do it, and we need to go on and develop that. Why? Because first off, one, it'll start getting the truth out about how America was founded, how America was built, how America became wealthy in the way that it became, so that we and our children don't have to continue making the same mistakes. But we got an unknown caller on the line. Who it is?
Hey, guys.
Oh, my God. Long time no hear. What's going on, Singalese lady?
I'm good. My connections have been not so great, so I haven't been able to call. And I was like, let me go ahead and try.
All right. Can you hear us now? You got something you want to add? Or?
Not really. I'm kind of listening in about the curriculums about slavery, but I didn't hear it all. So
Okay.
I was listening for a little bit.
All right, cool. So go ahead, Sister Navita. You were saying something?
Well, yeah, I agree with you that we we should have. I don't have a problem with them teaching them it, but like when you say accuracy and who determines the accuracy, that we determine the accuracy just like the school board, they pick what books are gonna be in the public school, and then every school in that district will get that same book for
digital information.
Science or whatever, math book or what have you, and we could, do the same thing if we're going to come to history. Because I think it's actually a history. It's a part of history. Like
it's a history. It's history. It's social studies. There's some mathematics in it. You know what I'm saying? It's business in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like and it's gonna sound fucked up. Our suffering is a goddamn gold mine. And I think we're so ashamed of it that we won't look at it for what it is. And be like, boom, they got to teach this shit. There has to be discussions about it. Why are we not controlling the discussions? Because where the discussions happen, it happens either in elementary school, middle school, high school, college. Why are we not controlling the discussion? Why are we not intimately involved with discussion? Why are we not qualifying the people to have the actual discussion and disqualifying people that are not having a discussion in a proper way? Because let me say this. Let me get up in the school and start spouting some falsities or what people consider falsities about the Holocaust.
Right.
How long I'm gonna have a job? You know what I'm saying?
Not long. If somebody reports you won't have it long.
I won't have it long. How about I start speaking ill about like a young man was on the timeline this morning asked me, am I evil because I'm gay? And I say, you're evil because you asked that question. Now, why are you going to ask another man some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Be firm in who you are. If that's what you are, I have no place to judge you on that. You asking me something that you should feel out for yourself. Do you feel evil? And if you're asking me, you're trying to you're playing games with me, so obviously you are. That's some evil bullshit right there. You're trying to throw your problems on me. That's evil. Right? Now, let me get back to the point. With our story, we should be sanctioning. Like, for example, when somebody use our struggle and connect anything to it, be like, nope, sorry. That commodity is trademarked and is owned by us. That form of suffering belongs to us. We're going to pick it up and we're going to ask you to remove it from your mouth or you will be sued. Because everybody trying to hitch their wagon to us. And they have been doing that shit. Right? I mean, I posted an article up about Stonewall. It was like when they started doing the anniversary for Stonewall, it was in the USA Today. You go back on my timeline where they didn't say that this was the beginning of the civil rights struggle for LBGTQ. I think I got that right. They said this was the beginning of the civil rights movement.
Right.
Hold the fuck up.
But I'm going to have to read that because I'm not real familiar. Because I remember you talking about that before, that it didn't start out as LGBTQ. But then I was listening to something the other day, and they were trying to say that it did start out like that. So I got to research that.
No, you don't have... Well, yeah, you can research that. But let me say this. The whole movement for for civil rights began with us. black folks moving. Now, there were gay black folks that were involved, but it was about black folks. And then everybody else was able to build a platform from that. This is the only thing we got. I mean, we got to have this clear. You can't have, I mean, so, and, that'd be like, that'd be like gypsies now, because, gypsies were thrown into the furnaces too.
Who are you talking about? Jesse Smollett?
No. Listen, if you go and you look in Germany, when Germany started spreading across and started taking over and started doing the things with burning people and shit, Jews weren't the only people.
Okay.
Gypsies were also.
Gypsies is what you said.
Yeah.
Gypsies. Okay, I thought you said
Gypsies
I'm like,
were also persecuted and put in the furnace. But if gypsies were to stand up, if you could find them, if they were to stand up and say, and try to take what happened from the Jews and say, this happened to us more than you. And it's still happening to us today. They get checked. No, hold on, motherfucker. Hold on. We already trademarked that suffering. That suffering belongs to us. You got to get your own bucket of suffering. You have to patent it, trademark it, and work your angle. You're not going to work this angle. We allow people to work our angle. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I just add something into what you're saying. There's a book I read a few years ago by Steven Pinker, and it's entitled Our Better Angels, and it's about the history of violence in the world. And in this book, there's a section called the rights movement, about people empowering themselves, and he documents how the rights movement started in America. At least it started with ADOS.
Mm-hmm.
So this is factual history. So what these people are doing, who are trying to rewrite or tell their own version of it, they're not being factual, because this is documented.
And because we don't have that certain crew within our family, our national family, to step up and be like, whoa, hold on. There needs to be a retraction. That was the beginning of the LGBTQ aspect of civil rights. That was not, because what caught my attention, the beginning, and it wasn't the whole group saying it, it was one individual that was quoted by the newspaper. And the question that has to be asked, or should be asked, is we need to bring that individual to task, and we need to bring the paper to task for printing some shit like that. How could you say that?
Yeah, that's not factual. And they know, I mean, you can't just go around saying those things. And I agree with you. You have to hold people accountable, because these are things historians know, like real historians know. This stuff has been documented. So, no, they shouldn't be able to get away with that.
Sure, but they can. You know why? Because nobody looking out for us.
right.
Nobody speaks up for us. Because we're not a monolith. We're not a mono. I mean, just all types of. We got niggas spouting all types of confetti every time. With every struggle, with all types of confetti. That's why I'm saying we need to go in. And like I said, one of the most beautiful things that ever happened is when Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell came up with their whole ADOS shit, because they gave me a identifier that I can remove myself from a lot of. Hold on. Shit. We may not be a monolith, but I look around me and I see a lot of motherfuckers that's in the same situation as me. Let me get with them.
Well, and the LG, like the feminist movement, which was divisive to us in our movement, they pulled a lot of black women away from that civil rights piece by getting them on board with the feminine movement. And with the LGBTQ, I see a lot of black people abandoning their fight for our rights and getting on board with the fight for gay rights. Matter of fact, I spoke with several of my black friends who are gay, and they told me that they have found that is a division, and they think that that it was that a lot of black people would rather be on that, identify with that, than to identify with being black. But it gives them a sense of inclusion with the white. That's what someone told me. And this is a homosexual couple of my gay friends have told me that.
I agree with you that people are doing that, but I think the main reason they're doing that is because we lost our way in the civil rights movement. Like, and when the civil rights movement started, we were a monolith, and there was no discussion. We were a monolith, okay?
Right.
And I think it's when we lost our way. It's like when they sort of infiltrated the movement, divided the movement, watered down the movement so it didn't have any strength. And then you have people trying to assert themselves, and the way they do it is by trying to identify with other groups that would give them strength, because our group was weakened, and what we were trying to do was weakened. And I think that whole "we're not a monolith" was the strategy, and it worked.
Oh man,
It's
been working ever since the beginning. It's called divide and conquer. Divide and conquer.
And that's just what has happened. It's been a divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. I mean, our whole movement has been fractured and splintered. I mean, even down to where now we got niggas will call in and argue about. We have always been here. All right, cool, nigga. You calling the wrong show. I don't. What you want to convert me? We indigenous. Well, nigga, go get your indigenous rights. I'm not stopping you from doing that. Huh?
That's hilarious when they say that we are indigenous. That literally cracks me up.
I had a conversation.
Cracks me up.
With a brother I told you the other day, and he told me none of us. I said, well, some of us may have been indigenous to this land already here, like they came before Columbus, like Ivan Van Sertima. But that doesn't mean that none of us came over on slave ships. But he told me none of us came over on a ship.
What?
I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah. They can see. When you're totally free, anybody can say anything. When you're not a monolith.
You told me that I was in the Matrix, and that I'm still listening to the white man about my history, because I believe that some of us came over here on slave ships. Yeah.
Now, if you talk to him again, ask him, is he going to school free as an indigenous person?
Right, and that's what I told him.
Is he living on a reservation? You see what I'm saying? Because my
sister, she was a Choctaw Indian, and I told her, you tell her, if she tells you she's that she need to go get her reparations, because the Indians got them. So tell her to go get her money, get some land, and go to college for free.
Right. And that's what I'm telling. That's what I tell my people. That's what I tell them. Listen, I'm not even gonna argue with you. If you indigenous, then you got certain things coming. But don't stand in my goddamn way. See, because this is what happened. They're going to water down the whole reparations piece, because this is going to be a real hit. And because like they've been watering down everything else, because when they saw the direction that the civil rights was going, because y'all got them, we got to understand, there came a point in time they'd be like, well, hold on. These niggas ain't gonna be satisfied with sitting by us. They gonna want to spend money like us. They gonna start demanding economic equality. Oh, we got to break the weight, women. Yeah, women need to be leaders, and and everybody else got to switch, but we still see who running they shit. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody else, you know what I'm saying? All this shit is to keep us confused. Because one of the things I was thinking about today, I was going to actually title the show today, "We Are the Floor," because it amazes me that everybody, I mean, everywhere you go, people is trying to get to America. You know, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even.
I wouldn't say they're all trying.
Go ahead.
They're not all trying to get to America now, in my opinion. They're all trying to get out of where they are.
Why?
And everybody's trying to get to America like they had in the past.
You said you're just trying to get out.
Not now.
But one of the
trying to get out.
One of the benefits of America, especially through media, is that they could look and see that they have a floor to stand on when they get here. Other countries don't. Other countries don't provide the floor that America provides. If you're able to get in and able to fit in and work the system, you have an automatic floor that you can come in and stand on to lift you and your whole family up. No other country provides this. This is the beauty and the luxury of America, where 13% have already been put into a caste system where they are already below. So all you got to do is walk in, know how to handle the system, get the benefits, and you already got a 13 to 14% of the population that are already, that you could go in and you could service.
That's true.
No other country comes with a goddamn with 13 or 14% of 250 million that don't produce shit for themselves. That has been a purposely constructed underclass. Europe ain't got these type of benefits. Now they got free medical. And if you want to live a comfortable life, possibly, Europe might be the place for you, possibly. But if you want some of this insane wealth, you need a floor. You need a starting point. You need some backs to stand on. Welcome to America, goddammit. And then you can even tell these people their history. Come on now.
That's true. No, I mean, you do have a point. I just wanted to add in about people saying they're Native American. Because last year I actually went to Oklahoma. And we did some tours and museum stuff. And, you know, the Native Americans owned slaves.
Yes, they did.
And if you were owned as a slave by Native Americans, then you were a part of that nation. You were a part of that nation. So a lot of these people who are saying they're Native Americans, they're Native American because they were owned by Native Americans.
Ooh, see, you about to get motherfuckers calling into my show on some hate shit. No, I'm serious. See, because a lot of times I kind of dodge those conversations because they're so sensitive. Because a lot of our people, because this is what this is what ADOS did for me. ADOS gave an identity option. You understand? Because I've been, unlike a lot of people that talk this African shit, I've been to Africa. I got friends over, I got family in Africa. My son was born in Africa. I've been over there and I see similarities, but then there's still key differences that I see. And when I go, and you experience this probably on a daily basis. When I went to Ghana, I saw groups. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm seeing all black people, and I'm like, so can I meet? That's Ashanti. What the fuck you mean? Who are you? I'm A-Wave. Well, who they? They Fanta. And it's like, I'm like, so you got all these different groups that's running these countries. that's involved in the politics of this country. And everybody is aware of it except your ass. You thinking I'm thinking everybody's the same. I'm getting over there. It's 5 different languages. So motherfuckers could be in the same room talking about each other and not know that they're actually talking about each other. You got groups that don't like each other. You got groups that get along better. You got individuals that refuse to marry outside their group. Certain groups that only eat certain things on certain days. So when people come up to me talking about all this African unity shit, I hear you. I hear you. But as my young man told me a long time ago, I don't feel you. I hear you. I don't feel you. Because I don't think you really understand the landscape. You understand the historical landscape. And you looked at what Mansa Musa or what some of these other people were able to do by allowing people to be who they were. Rather than trying to be like Europeans and I'm going to change you. The reason African civilizations were able to grow was because we practice inclusion. Be you. Just bring what you got to us and let us know what's going on so that we could go and establish commerce.
You know,
and that's what held our nations together. It was commerce and the trade, and it was the market. Because different people were good at different things. So when you bring all that together, man, you got the best life. But we believe everybody was one, so I went over there. So I got dismissed from that. And then also when motherfuckers was talking all this, well, we Native Americans. So I'm sitting up here, I'm in between, but I hear you, but I don't feel you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it become pretty problematic for me. So a lot of those subjects I stay away from it because it's like I got friends in both those camps, got family in both those camps. So it's easier for me to jump on a white man and start screaming about white supremacy. But I'm gonna have to eventually clean house because some of this shit is just becoming totally ridiculous to me. Like when I got issues with when Navita tell me that she got somebody contacting her, and in a sense, talking crazy to her because she says that slavery happened, and we got individuals all the way to the point where slavery didn't happen. And what does that, what's going to happen when they put one of these idiots on Fox News to debate somebody? I'm gonna prove that slavery didn't happen. I don't even have to agree with you. That means I ain't got to pay no money. So I'm just going, hey, I'm with him. Family. Kwame, what's up, Kwame? I'm sorry, I just seen you. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up. But Navi, you got something else for me? Y'all be letting me rant on you.
No, I'm good. I'm just listening.
I just came from picking up the young people from Simba. That's why I'm running extremely late. I'm about to go get my daughters because they've been on my mom's house for over 24 hours. So I got an ass kicking coming from that angle. But we will be toasting tomorrow. I'm going to finish up what I can of the newsletter today. I'm going to be getting that out. I'm going to have another project coming out. And I have a video that's going to be popping up on our YouTube channel. It's called Gye-Nyame Coffee. I just had to put something together. But all right, family. Unless Navita got something or Brother Kwame or somebody in the chat room got something for me, we about to go and get up. And we're going to get out. Y'all could be looking for everything on Gye-Nyame Journey. Because eventually, like I said, we already took it off Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook. It's just Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook. It's going to be Gye-Nyame Journey on YouTube soon. And we're just moving everything into Gye-Nyame Journey. And I really appreciate your support. Need to rap with you about moving Mama Margarita. I thought that was done by now. Okay. We'll talk. We'll talk about that. Let me go on and I get some Warriors, but the problem with that is, so either it's gonna have to be something we're gonna do something this week, or we're gonna do something this week, or it's gonna have to wait till after, because we got summer camp coming up in Columbus from the 14th to the 19th. Speaking of that, we still got room. Then I also remember on the 27th, I think it is, Kumba, the 27th, we have the G&J Mall popping off. So me and Navita gonna get together and do another commercial. I'm gonna stop her from cussing and showing her ass this time, so that we can go on and promote it. You know, cause she got gangsta on us last time. I let her put it. And I tell y'all what happened. I'm gonna tell the story. She put on some old gangster music in the background. I mean, first, cause usually we use jazz. I let her go on and put on some West Coast shit. And next thing I know, you know, you got something, you got this, you got something to wipe your ass. I'm like, oh, I'm used to doing all the cussing on film. Ain't no more gangster music. So we're going to have some jazz music playing. I'm going to calm her down. And then we're going to do another commercial. This time so that we could promote it. I don't know what's, gangster music and black women, no. Can't do it.
Whatever. Well, yeah, we do it. I put some jazz in the background, and I won't say any cuss words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to make sure of that.
So there.
Yeah, she is. I don't know what the hell happened, family. But we got the G&J Mall coming up on the 27th. We also have the newsletter coming out. We'll be highlighting vendors in the mall. Because part of the vendor fee, because what I want to do now is, we're going to start collecting from all the vendors. When we start collecting stuff, well, when vendors start paying fees, what we want to do is we want to start getting, well, Navita was trying to do this anyway, trying to get your information, like business card or in a digital format, so we can start advertising you in this newsletter, because the newsletter is going to start, it's going to be local for now, but eventually it's going to be national. All right, because as people start supporting Gye-Nyame Journey, and y'all start hearing about Gye-Nyame Journey being in different places, right, that newsletter is going to be there. Newsletter is going to be a major hub of us getting information out about who we are. And I want those of you that have stuff that can be mailed, I want people to be able to get in contact with you about that. And those of you that don't have to, go ahead.
And they're looking for many types of vendors. It can be somebody who does some type of home improvement. If you want to set up and just give your cards out. If you do on the spot facials. If you do, anything. If you have a food to sell, like fresh foods and fresh produce. Someplace you could set up every month with people that have something that people buy on a regular basis, more than just the jewelry and things. You know what I'm saying? If you're selling paper plates or plastic plates, whatever, it's something that people buy on a regular basis. We especially need to see you there, even if it's a service that you offer.
Right.
We need to see you there.
We're trying to break the whole African mall idea. We say Gye-Nyame Journey Mall. We mean mall. When you go to a mall, it could be a grocery store in that complex. We're talking about everything. Family, we're trying to provide a place of commerce. And in order to have commerce, you need to be able to provide the needs of the people. We keep the prices low so that everybody can participate. If you have a service, if you have goods, if you have extra stuff in your house that you want to sell, but you ain't got a busy neighborhood and you're able to get it over to the school for that day of the month, bring it. You got a skill that you want to show, bring it. We'll allow you to do a workshop. We set up chairs in the middle of the other things so that we can do workshops. We can have people register so that they can present to the community. We're trying to find that thing that can be a staple that we could create from the beginning, control from the beginning to the end. We're looking for those staples, and we're trying to provide the space, because I just told you what held African kingdoms and empires together was the commerce. Please understand what we're doing.
And for $20, for the $20, that frees you up for now you can promote. You don't have to use us to pay us to promote your products. And I suggest that people who are vending, that they not just promote their products on social media, but they promote it to their friends. It gives you, it frees you up the opportunity. You have a space for $20. Take advantage of that space. Run your space like a business.
It is a business. It's a business.
That's what, it's a business. Run your space like a business. You got a $20 place, brick and mortar. You can't beat that.
You can't beat
now,
that.
All you need to do is run a business.
And a space with over 600 people that check our page. That you could go on and post up. Getting, building up the energy so people can not only come, they're going to come see you because you was the one that originally hooked them in. But they're going to come and see other vendors, which means that if people start hearing that a lot of people came, then more people going to come. Now, this, because family, I'm trying to tell y'all like this. I'm starting to know who my regulars are. We got people that supporting us regardless. Their fee will always be $20. Believe that. But family, I need those fair weather friends to understand this. When the fair weather come, right? And it's standing room only, and we have outgrown that room, please understand that the price will be going up. If you have not been a regular, please understand that price is going to increase. Family, that's a family price we offering right now. I want you to understand. Because for $20, please don't expect us to do all the advertisement. You have to do the advertisement. We're providing you with a place with air conditioning, because that somebody got to pay for that. Lights, somebody got to pay for that. Then we got to set up and clean up after you leave. That's already taken care of, right. and you only getting charged $20. And then some days we have movies too, so we bring people in to come see the movie. Then they come see you. Then we have workshops. Are you serious?
So this is something that people, if the G&J Community Mall, it does not become a success, it only fail because the community failed. That's it. So we need a community.
I've been saying that. Why you gonna steal my shit? You've been cussing me out.
I ain't stole your shit.
That's my shit.
I ain't stole your shit.
You stole my shit. You just sat up there and stole my line in front of the whole world. And every time I say that shit, I get cussed out.
I don't remember you saying it, but okay, great. So, how Tim's line is true. As the G&J Community Mall failed, it's because the community failed it. Because its success depends on the community. So if people come out, even people who don't set up to vend, you should be out promoting it to the people that you know. Like, on Saturdays, I go get my laundry detergent, my dishwashing liquid, my air fresheners, blah, 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 from the G&J Mall. I go get my leafy greens from the G&J Mall. I get my facial soap from the G&J Mall.
I get that ambrosia.
If I run out of
Don't
soap,
get
I
that
just run out of
ambrosia.
soap.
They get that ambrosia too. I got people coming for them. As a matter of fact,
I get my probiotic drink from the G&J Mall. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out. I got a party next month. I'm going to go get my accessories from the G&J Mall. I'm looking for a nice shirt. I'm going to go get that from the G&J Mall. I want to take the family out for a Saturday outing.
And know they're going to be safe.
Take them over to the mall and have dinner.
Ooh. See, and we're going to get to that point, family. But it's all It's about us building. See, because it's like this. All right, let me tell you how I see the world. You know why the pyramids are incredible to me?
Why?
The pyramids are incredible to me. Not because of the mathematic precision. Not because of their beauty. Not because of all the spiritual secrets that's locked into them. Because me understanding the pyramids for what they are, at least to me, the pyramids were a project to hold the nation together. It was an economic project, as far as I'm concerned. Now, we get into all the mathematics and all that. It's a beautiful thing. But do you know that these pharaohs kept a large amount of the population working through the building of these pyramids? He needed architects. He needed engineers. He needed labormen. He needed craftsmen. Or he or she. These pyramids were building projects where it not only caused to bring the brains of the country together, but it also increased possibly the size of the market, because everybody that was working there had money to spend in the market, and guess who was getting the taxes from the market? That's how I look at the goddamn pyramid.
Oh, Brother Hot Tim.
The pharaoh, the people. It was going back to the people. Listen, we got to understand that we get royalty fucked up because we're looking at a fucked up people that use royalty. Royalty is supposed to serve the people. We got to understand that in our tradition, that when the land become unfertile, and in a sense the king really, his role and the prosperity start going away with that king need to be put away. The king's the prosperity of the land, the prosperity of what's going on with the people is directly connected with the king. When that, or the king or the queen, when that is no longer there, you are of no use. You can't be a king and everybody broke. Prosperity has to roll. It's your responsibility to serve the people, not for the people to serve. They serve you because they are able to serve you, because by serving you, you are able to produce more stuff for them. You are able to produce a better lifestyle for them. You are able to protect their level of living and even advance it. But once that shit stops, for us, you serve no motherfucking purpose. We're going to sacrifice you. We're going to get rid of your ass. We got to understand, the king's role is a servant. The father. The baba. However you want to look at it, the chief. Now, one of the original things we used to help spread this prosperity was the market. Go on, and listen, you spiritual motherfuckers, y'all gonna get caught up in your mantras and all that shit. The temples would not exist without the markets. It's where you got the stuff to make the sacrifices. It's where you bought the stone to build the goddamn complex. It's where you found the engineers. Family. In many cases, we putting the cart before the horse. There is no spirituality without economic stability. The foundation of a nation is a stable, historically developed community. It's a stable, historically developed community. How do you do that? First you establish territory, then you have economic life. Come on. Y'all nation building, a lot of times we be nation building backwards. It makes no goddamn sense sometimes to me. But I'm guilty of that shit too. I'm sorry. I was supposed to be gone. All right, family. I'm just saying. I mean, the market is a step towards us nation building. And also, once again, in the market, we are going to be able to find those staples. And from those staples, we'll be able to build economic power. Watch The Godfather. Look at how other people move. Think about this. Everybody got a staple of the community. Like I said, if I have ever seen, I rarely see my wife go and buy an African yam at Sarah. She's going to an African store to buy an African yam. I don't even think I've seen her buy palm oil at Sarah. She's going to a Ghanaian store to buy a Ghanaian product.
She ain't going to
Kroger's,
Marshalls or Target or the internet to buy a dashiki, because she can go to the G&J Mall from an African and buy a dashiki.
right. All I'm saying is, we are, in a sense, we are able, just with the greens alone, we are able to provide everybody with greens that come to the market. Beyond that, everybody, herbs, whatever you want. You can let us know what you want growing, and if we get enough people saying that they want that, we could grow that. We got our own drink, celebratory drink, celebratory health drink. We're just looking for that staple. Once we get that staple, we booming, family. We booming. Jobs. It's going to be jobs. All that come from a market. When you come and every time you buy something from Sister in the Fire, or you buy food from Sister Jerica, or any of the food vendors here, you're providing jobs. Don't you understand that they don't come alone? And when they leave there, if they made enough money, the people that came with them are getting paid. Do you not understand that y'all providing employment for some of the young people? Because every time we have a mall, we line up the warriors and we give them pieces of the money. And then some of y'all, even with Kingston been making a killing for the last two markets, because Kingston has learned that people respect and admire hustle. He's communicating with the vendors. He's talking with the people. He's carrying people's bags out. He helping carry people's stuff in. He is employed. Matter of fact, he said, I ain't want to go to December this year because the market was going to be going on at the same time December was going to be going on. I'm sitting up here like, God damn. Kingston, how you got more money than us? Come on, family. Some of us are the only ones that are not really realizing it, and then we'll run to the Confest. Well, how much money Confest put in your pocket? I know they putting beer on you. I know you made some money possibly if you was vending there. That was cool, right? But what if you brought them same customers over to the G&J Mall, and you was able to do that every month? If you was to add up what we charge per, and this is just a fact, Navita, if you add up what we charge per month for a whole year, it wouldn't equal what you paid to be over there at the Confest. And if you just took your timeline, if you just took your friends on your list and, in a sense, went into the inboxes and asked all of them to come and support you at the G&J Mall, you will make more money with us. But no, y'all going to the Asian Fest, y'all going to the Confest, y'all going to all this other stuff that pops up and give you opportunity once a year when we giving you opportunities every month. The shit is almost insulting. But I'm not going to take it that way. But I could. Right? Because I know the family. Matter of fact, and I'm done. I had a sister that didn't register online early. She walked up to my car and wanted to give me the full price. I looked around. It wasn't popping in there. I'm like, no, you regular. Just give me the regular price. But the sister, what I'm trying to tell you is we got people so dedicated that it's like, boom. She imposed that on herself. She could have came and just gave me 20. No, she said, listen, I didn't do it the way we usually do it. She brought the money. I'm like, no, it's cool. That right there, family, listen. You can't get that nowhere else. That type of stuff right there, that's family. He's like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Your price will always be the same. Your price will always be the same. Everybody else, come on, dog. You coming in because it's popping now, and I seen you vending over at Confess, because you know I slide around. I'm gonna tax your ass. Just letting you know. Sister Navita, I'm about to get up. I think Sister Navita already left.
Okay, all right. Well, holler at me later. I'm going to call you after a while. I got something to tell you. I always keep forgetting to tell you when we go on the phone. But, I'll call you later.
All right. And Kwame, peace out to everybody that's out there.
Peace out, Kwame and the family.
Throw up your day name if I don't know your day name. Miss Regina Allison Johnson Allison. She is Yah. Got it. I know I got that right. She's a Yah. Shouts out to all the Yahs. Shouts out to all of the Imani born. I'm out. Peace. Because I got to use the bathroom. I'm old.